Here we go. Oh,
Alright,
shit.
alright.
Comic Book Trap House. This is it. Another Thursday.
Bam.
Not playing around. All my friends are here and they're down. This is how we get it started.
What's up? What's up?
Peace, peace. All my people, man. Again, the Comic Book Trap House is back. Man, it just doesn't stop, man. Week after week, time after time. Super Dave, Vic Vega, how y'all feeling out there, man?
Good. Been a busy week. Feel bad. I haven't been able to get out to the comic shop this week, so I don't have jack shit. But
yeah, man.
Yeah, I say when I went to the shop, I was like, damn, because certain books, I don't know if they were pushed back or not, but they just came in flocks. I'm talking about like number by number by number, like in threes on the shelf. I was like, wow, where'd that come from?
we were saying last week how this week was going to be a little bit of more of a heavy hitter because last week we kind of got a little bit of a break on the wallet, you know, and it never extends. It always comes back. It came back heavy this week. I personally didn't make it to the shop myself. I don't go to the shop anymore. Y'all know that. But I'm the week behind man now. But that's all good.
That's when you get on God level, when you ain't even gotta do shit like that.
Man, you know, it's
like I don't have
that's no cool with the blue head type shit.
Collecting is definitely taking on a different face in this year.
I'm gonna catch up with you soon, Reddy.
Hey man, we all do what we got to do. Now, what's in our cups? We haven't discussed that yet. I know tonight I'm back with the special Cali blend.
Yeah,
drinking another fresh ranch water, which is tequila, some fresh lime juice, and Topo Chico mineral water.
Is that the same one that you had on the post on the IG, like with that specific tequila? You said don't run out on this.
Oh, actually, it wasn't the tequila; it was the mineral water that I was speaking upon. It's a very specific. You got to use the Topo Chico.
Shout out to Justin Rican Comics for joining us.
Shouts out, man, Rod.
You already know, family.
Rod the Rican, he was with us last week, man.
That was so
to you, my brother. Always one of the greatest comic book channels that you can subscribe to on YouTube. Make sure you head over there, be a part of that. You know what I'm saying? Rusty Metal, our brother in the house. That's actually Rusty Metal is our enforcer. He works behind the scenes, making sure all of our weaponry is sharp. You know what I'm saying? He's making sure that nobody is trying to run up in the trap house. He's the sentry. He's the sentry.
Big connoisseur of the busts and the statues too. Like he's huge on that. Like he keeps people very in tune with. Like when I saw that Big Pun Nipsey Hussle bust, I was like, wow. Like he put me onto that. And then there's like a huge life-size Batman one with bodies on the floor that he put me onto. I was like, wow.
For sure, he's definitely a big collector of fine statue items, and he's got some things coming real soon that we're gonna welcome him back on the show to present.
Right.
Yeah, he does a lot of cool modding stuff to it too.
Rebel Gaming, Larry, shout out for tuning in with us, man. I be trying to catch you. Sometimes I be like on the run when you be going live, man. But salute, and yes, the Nairobi #2, I'm on that.
Oh man, for sure, man. Every one of those comics that he was showing when he was on with us as the special guest that week was just completely next level. We're looking forward to success from him. Speaking of independent comic creators that we've had on the show, we're looking for some more success from my man Max DeVille, who we're gonna actually he's gonna stop by tonight, right, Vic?
Yes, sir.
All right. There you go. Awesome. Surprise mode right there. Max DeVille is gonna pay us another visit tonight to update us
Machine
on
Gun
what's
Mary.
been happening.
Too.
Machine Gun Mary is gonna update
Yeah,
us on that.
I love the way that's looking too.
From what I hear, he's got some good news for us. And that's good stuff.
You're gonna hear it here first.
Word up. All right, we got books, we got new stuff, we got old stuff.
Oh, what you drinking, Vic?
Yeah, what are you on? What are you drinking? My bad. I only talked about my drink and I didn't even go around the clock yet.
Yo, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I don't even know what this is called.
That six pack looks sick though. What is that? Come on, pull it out. What is it called?
It's a local brewery around here. I think from an Ethiopian family from Africa. And my boy PJ that usually sets me out when I go get my runs for tonight. He said try this one out tonight and support them. So I had to run with it. So if you could read something I'm missing, like by all means.
What the fuck?
Babasha.
Habesha.
Looks like something out of like an 80s cartoon.
Habesha, I think he said it right.
Habesha, yo, that's an amazing 6-pack. It's on my list right now just because of the packaging. But the most important thing, how does it taste?
It tastes like, you ever drink Puerto Rican Marta?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I can't stand Malta.
Ooh, I cannot have that on one side because I drank the beer, 3 beers.
Big Vega has definitely had a few of those already.
There must be heavy hitters.
It's not that serious. I got a head start today with this shit. So like, what I'll say is, it tastes like Malta with alcohol. Simply.
Jeez. Well, you've definitely lost the sale with me with that description. All right. Super Dave.
All right. Go ahead.
With,
I got brandy and Pepsi.
Woo!
That's some gangster shit, Dave.
I like it. You know what I'm saying? Especially with the Pepsi Cola selection right there. I like that. You know, everybody goes to the Coke and all that shit.
Dave keep it cool no matter how much brandy or whatever he has. He just keeps it cool. I think I'm the most turned up dude. Because D Strong usually be keeping us cool too. But when we get into books and the sick cover, we'll be like, oh shit. They just be like, amen.
The Solomon Assassin, right? We already went over that.
Gotta salute that.
No doubt. Well, I know the people are here to see some books.
Bad.
I definitely want to see some books. I want to show some books.
Rebel.
Like we were just saying, it wasn't that it wasn't a crazy week. We just didn't really get to the shops, but we still have stuff to show.
Absolutely.
I was looking forward to the shop because so much stuff came out this week, but just couldn't make it.
I still got some stuff.
Yeah, a fat stack there.
Ooh, look at that shit.
I'm Mr. Last Week, man. That's what y'all can call me now because, of course, I'm a mail call dude. So sometimes my books might not arrive in time for this week's show because I'm not going.
I'm gonna be there with you.
Shop like that. I mean, of course,
you get the comic book from mailing, like you can't get in a shop. The shops don't hold those for sale. Like you get the exclusives through that mail. So I know.
Well, it's not just about
the last week was nasty.
It's about pre-ordering. You know what I'm saying? Not just mail ordering.
Those Ninja Turtle books was nasty.
Absolutely. All right, let's go ahead and show some stuff. Before, of course, we get into showing the books, I got to shout out my LCS, my store call, the Spider's Web.
Absolutely.
887 Yonkers Avenue. We shout them out every week on the show.
I know that.
Every single week. That's just our peoples. That's just, we give
great people,
right? My man Drew all the respect. He's working on some amazing creative endeavors right now. He'll be back to join us soon, but he's still right there at the shop,
no doubt,
taking care of business. And if you walk in next week between the hours of 2 a.m. and 6 a.m., you'll get arrested because they're not open. That's the special next week. All right, let's stop bullshitting, man. I'm gonna show some books. I'm gonna show some books since I'm sitting up here in the top of the clock. As you can see, I also get some stuff from Tfal, Things from Another World.
Oh yeah.
That's a comic
I
book
love this
store in
sticker
Los
too.
Angeles. I didn't visit the store when I was in LA. I've never visited that shop in LA as many times as I've been there. It's like in a real tourist area. I think uh, like I can't even remember the name of the area. If Paracon is in the chat room, he'll let y'all know. But
Right.
I'm not trying to go over there. It's hard to park, and from what I hear, they don't really house a lot of books in the store. It's more like toys and more touristy type stuff. But there might be some. I'm sure there's comic books in there, but you ain't about to go digging in the crates or nothing like that. So, but their pre-order online setup
Some
is
of their store
one of the
exclusives are
best.
fucking great.
They got great
Yeah.
exclusives for offer.
No
Signature.
understatement about that.
They also sell signed items there, and their pre-order system is set up in a way that I really like, and I've been using it for a long time.
That's crazy.
All right, this came in a very on fire title right now. Department of Truth #1.
Nice.
Yes, sir.
This
Yes,
is
sir.
one of the variants.
I like when they kind of use like
Yeah, I
one
got that
color
one right there. Actually, that's the
cover.
one I got, the only one.
You know,
Yeah,
a lot of these kind of one tone, two tone or one tone, monochromatic, one color type of covers like this always tend to go for the red.
Yeah.
Red is always the go-to color for these
Especially when it comes to conspiracy books.
word. That's a good one to look out for. It's a lot moving with that title in media. Here's another one. This came in, Dave Giga. Remember I showed the variant.
Oh yeah.
Here's the A cover came on in.
Did,
I like
did you
those covers.
read it yet?
I have not. I read a lot this week. I did get around to reading some, but this wasn't one of them.
Okay.
This wasn't one of them, but it's like in the next 3 on my pile.
When you got the stack of
Next
books
week
you
I'll
have, it's hard to catch up with everything all the time, man. I'm
I'll
just
have read
catching
it.
up with what we showed last week. I'm reading that stuff.
Yeah. It goes on and on. My reading pile is humongous. I gotta switch shit around sometimes.
Yeah, you already know the vibes.
All right. This from IDW. They do a little bit more child-friendly type stories when it comes to some of their Star Wars titles. But Shadows of Vader's Castle right here.
Dope cover.
Yeah, this is the B cover.
That's awesomely concepted right there. You wouldn't even expect that from like a Star Wars cover, like for them to like go that outward like that.
Oh, nice.
Oh shit, he ain't playing no games.
This is the A cover.
He came for blood right there with that one.
That's dope. I like the conceptual
I agree.
Vader.
I highly agree.
You know,
what do you do like from there? Like nobody could really top that. That's crack. And Star Wars books is like always fire.
Very hot titles right now. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you pay attention to a lot of the old Dark Horse stuff. They're drawing so much. Shouts out to Jon Favreau, everybody involved with The Mandalorian. They're drawing a lot from the Clone Wars, from the books, from everything. That show is the true Star Wars fans' dream come true. And make sure that you pay attention to some of this Star Wars comic book property, because those shows are helping some of these books blow up value-wise.
Yeah, for sure.
Right.
You know?
Especially if you start seeing, people appear on there that had their first appearance in a comic book or something.
Exactly. Look at Ahsoka. She's about to make her debut in the show, and her first appearance in one of those Star Wars clone conspiracy. I can't remember what the title of the exact comic is.
Chick, right?
But it's blowing. It's blowing out of proportion. Rosario Dawson is about to take that role. Shout out to everybody in the chat room before we keep moving right quick. Lyric Magic Moments, aggressively relaxing. I like that. Yeah. I see D Strong is actually in the chat room. I don't know. Hey,
we go up to Larry, Rebel, Niobe. You already know I said that already, but like I always gotta give another big up because he stays showing love.
Peace to all our G's out there.
We'll have
All
you
right.
back on here too.
Yeah, y'all are probably asking where the fuck is D Strong, but he's he'll be back next week. Hopefully.
Definitely. We're gonna hold it down tonight for D.
Absolutely. We have this that came in crossover.
Hell yeah.
Now,
That's
if y'all
a
remember,
must-have. I don't care
last
what
week,
comic you follow, that's a must-have.
if you remember last week, I showed the John Gallagher variant that came in
Yes. I'm still jealous
of
about
issue
it.
number 1. Donnie Cates right here. We're looking for hopefully something big to come from it. A lot of people were
That
speculating this
variant in your hand is already
crazy
value, bro.
crossover with all the companies. Yeah, who knows? It's been out for a while right now, so I don't feel like it's a spoiler that the fact that they showed this supposed Superman in the end.
Right.
So, we'll see. We'll see where that goes. All right, still more stuff from Tifa. My man Rod showed this last week. Rod the Rican. This is Miles Morales number 20. Dope cover right there, man.
Yeah. Very dope.
Love that cover.
Yeah.
Some of these negative space background covers sometimes, just really capture what the artist is trying to do in the foreground. Sometimes I kind of look at that in two different ways. I feel this cover to death, man, but I really am not too keen on the laziness of modern artists and their misuse of the background. You know what I'm saying? If you look at older comic books, there's so much detail going on in the background.
Yeah, there's like a story in every little corner.
Exactly. They
I was about to
try to
agree with
fill up
you, but
every
then I'm
space
looking
with
back. Now I agree with you because sometimes they just throw a good gradient behind it, like a grunge gradient, and call it a day. So I actually agree with you because now that I'm looking back with all the DC and the Marvel covers with the variants that have amazing artwork, they don't go hard with a lot of background. Some of them do, but most of them don't. You're right.
The Sumerian People of the Black Circle, number 3. Another heavyweight cover right there. Conan. Oh my God.
Looking like he's ready to slaughter.
Yeah.
He looked like he on roid rage.
That's definitely a nice take on Conan.
Who publishes that?
I don't know who did that cover right there. Let me take
a look. Who's the publisher on it?
Oh, that's Ablaze.
Ablaze, that's right.
Yeah, it's Ablaze. And let's go ahead and see who did that cover because it is incredible right there.
Mic check 1 2. Y'all can hear me?
Yes, you're fine, bro.
My bad. I had to
you just
microphone to a computer. No microphone.
Okay, Alan Qua, I believe, maybe.
Alan Qua, getting it done.
Taking it to another level right there.
Man,
that's my Spider's Web shipment. All right, this came out last week also. Wolverines, Black, White, and Blood.
Have you read it yet, or is it like still new to?
No, I haven't gotten it. I've gotten to read it yet.
And, Dave, you read it, right?
No, I haven't got to it yet either.
You bought that too.
It's my stack.
I know we stack up, and we gotta catch up on shit.
It's in the pile.
Okay.
More Marvel. This was more of a cover buy because I definitely was not into the whole Empire thing, but man, null covers are not to be slept.
Yeah, you can't sleep.
Yeah, I think I showed that one last week or the week before or something. It's definitely a big hitter. You want to have that in your stash.
I love that cover right there.
And that the King in Black starts next week, right?
Yes, it does. Speaking of King in Black, man, one of the books that I definitely did get around to reading this week was the Symbiote Spider-Man.
That's
that was excellent. It was excellent.
I read it.
That one issue that I read to me was just, I dare to say, I like it better than Venom already. Just one issue. I'm not too big of a fan of Venom right now.
You told me that.
I think the story was stupid.
And from what I'm understanding, Venom number 30, from what key issues is saying, that's when Codex unleashes some emotions, or I guess he's more acknowledged what's really happening with the whole situation. And it's supposed to bring some closure to the whole. How you would bring in closure when we're just ushering into the whole situation?
Yeah, I don't really like Venom's writing. I think it's goofy and
I just buy it because it's a hot comic.
Continuing on. All right, John Walker, U.S. agent.
I want that. I kept looking at it on the shelf and like, should I, shouldn't I? Because between that and Taskmaster, I want,
For sure. This is
good shit.
I was interested. I'm interested. Of course, they're bringing him back into the forefront because of the Falcon and Winter Soldier series is coming on Disney Plus. That's going to heavily feature U.S. agent.
Yeah, and he was very involved with the whole situation when Captain America wasn't Captain America.
He's their new one. He's their new cap. All right, what we got here? Thor. Numero 9.
They're trying to bring back his alter ego per se and seeing if it's worth his while.
Yeah, what's his name?
Donald Blake.
What's his name, Dave?
Donald Blake.
Right.
Oh, I'm way off.
Donald Blake, and
I kind of liked. I read that issue. I liked it that he. I like when they take a character that's kind of dormant and not really doing anything, and then switch him up to make him something cooler.
Right, and that's definitely what they did. I read this too, man, and I'm not gonna drop any spoilers or anything, but they lined this up to really go in a nice dark direction.
Yeah.
And it was Thor was on that level a little bit too, during the whole Galactus involvement in the Black Winter stuff. And it took a little bit of a step back, take a breather, but they getting right back to it in Thor from the looks of it. Donny Cates, man, I mean, he's hit or miss to me. Right now, he's hitting on Thor. All right. Thor number 2. This is the 5th printing, if I'm not mistaken. No, 6th.
Damn.
6th printing.
Oh yeah, that's the one with the reference to kind of like Dark Side and shit.
Right.
That one's kind of popping.
Black Winter joint. Captain Marvel number 23. There's some keenness to this.
You can't go wrong with Captain Marvel right now. She is
there's some first appearances going on right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
My man Spidey.
That's what the hell's going on?
Wait, give me a second. Let me check that out.
This is the Last Remains cover.
Looks crazy.
Yeah, it looked like they really told you what was on the cover, what was going on in the book, per se.
Yeah.
Like they really let it go right there.
And that Last Remains is kind of like a little side story from the main thing, right?
It just makes me wonder, like, what's going on.
I haven't caught up yet. That's why I'm a little lost on it. But
yeah, the King in Black. Like, what the hell did they do to him just now? That led to that. That's what makes my mind. It takes my mind there.
Ready to see it all come together. That's all I know. Strange Academy number 5. If you're not buying this, you're gonna be mad later. Strange Academy. It's a decent beginning. Like I said, I still haven't gotten that into my reading power. I did read the first one, like I said, so it's only on issue 5, so I hope I get to it soon before it gets too far ahead. All right. I was interested in this. This is a dope ass cover. I think it's an homage. I can't remember exactly what to. But Taskmaster number 1 came out last week. Picked that up.
That's a dope cover.
I need that. I'm probably gonna grab that tomorrow. Well, I gotta replace that comic book that got torn to shreds tonight.
It almost looks like a Star Wars cover or something.
Yeah.
He's actually. I think he's set up for something he didn't do in that particular series.
Oh.
He's actually running from a new villain.
Frame Master. All right. We got a few more. I think I was showing number 6 before, which is the first appearance of the new Sith first cameo. This is the first full, from what they say now. Number 7, I can't remember what's let us know in the chat room what the new Sith's name is. But this is the first full issue number 6.
Right.
They're saying it's cameo.
Badass, real badass.
That series has been really good.
I am your father. That's all I see when I look at that cover.
That is another that, like, I was just speaking upon with Strange Academy being on issue number 5. I can catch up if I go ahead and get started with the new volume of Vader, because they're only on 7. 2 left to go. Okay, Strange Academy. This is the 5th print, 4th printing of issue number 2.
Turning those out like that, huh?
I'm not sleeping on late printings. You know what I'm saying? There's an upward trend. Big upward trend with that in the market right now. I think it's never gonna end because people have just come to the realization of their rarity and their lower print runs and shit like that, and it makes sense. I don't disagree with it.
I also noticed on some of like those Venom joints that like some of the like later printings are real dope covers too.
Exactly, you get great art and all that kind of shit. I mean, if it wasn't for late printings, that first Null cover wouldn't be so on fire like it is,
Yeah, because it used to be when they did a second printing, it's like, oh, instead of a white background, you have a yellow background,
Right. Or when you see a second printing somewhere, you would just toss it over your back like, I want the first print, So, yeah, they've taken on a whole new light in this day and age. Last one, Batman 102. Got that one in the box. They're at 103 now.
Yeah.
I've caught up with Batman.
Ghost Makeup, and I really like what they're doing with that because he's like an equal to Batman. They came from the same training, same teacher.
Right.
That actually is opposition that killed their sensei that taught them the martial arts they know. So he's looking at Gotham like, why didn't with your money you just wash Gotham down and rebuild it? That's what I would have did.
He was a fellow student of Raj Al Ghul, and they're both now. He's back, and I think they had previously had an agreement that they would respect each other's boundaries and let each other, you do you in your town and you do you in mine. But he's back to fuck with Bruce. So here it is, Batman. It's good. James Tynion is killing it. All right, that's my books
Mac
for the
Jay, salute. I'm sorry really about that. I just read the comments, man.
DJ Polarity, big up. Shouts out to everybody in the chat room.
Thank you for joining,
man. Salute. Mary Machine Gun coming on later. Oh man, all right, it wasn't so bad actually, because I didn't even really look through all the stuff that had come in. But
I know you got some more stashes.
Super Dave, what you working with, man?
Nothing.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. See, there's nothing wrong with that. See, sometimes you just don't get to the store. You don't get around to fuck with the shops. Life takes, over.
Yo, it ain't easy. Like what we do, I just want to say to the crowd, we actually go out every week, and not just for the show, for the love of collecting, but we do actually put a budget up and get these things so that we could provide this for the every week for the listeners and the viewers. And it's not always peaches and cream, so like I gotta give a salute to everybody that's even hanging on that strong,
Yeah, no
really
doubt.
not that easy.
I do it for me. If I was doing this show, or if you niggas was watching or not, I'd still be out there every week doing exactly the same thing. Right. So believe it's a real fucking situation going on out here. Super
I know
Dave
got a whole bunch of things in the bin though. He could just pull out from the back issues.
Well, you already know he's got his cover combat in order.
Yo, Dave, I know
tonight,
you got back joints. I'm about to press.
You didn't realize.
I don't even know if you guys want to do cover combat tonight because I'm about to destroy.
That's what I'm talking about. See, take a look down there, ticking across the bottom of the screen. You see tonight's cover combat theme, best title breaker covers. If you're a little confused on what that means, that's where the comic company decided to take the normal logo of the character and break the fourth wall, if you will. You know what I'm saying? Fuck with it a certain way. It's broken up or just being tampered with.
Rumbled and fucked up all over the cover.
It's kind of integrated with whatever's going on with the action.
Any collector knows what that's about. We got books like that. I didn't even have to go shopping for that.
I can't wait for that tonight. That was a theme that I was looking forward to. Dave says he's gonna win, but I don't know.
I didn't say win. I said destroy.
I got some crap. I got some shit.
That's what I'm talking about. This is gonna be bloody tonight, man. But before we get to that, Vic Vega, you got some things to show. I know you got some books to show. I see a bunch back there on the bed already. What do you do with those books at night?
Yo, I prep them because I gotta get them out the plastic. I hate the glare of the plastic from my camera. You got a way better camera to be, so I gotta get like the plastic off at least. So I'm gonna try to run through this and skim through it.
Take your time, brother. We here for the long run. People love seeing it.
Love you guys for that, by the way. So this is the one that got sabotaged by my 1-year-old niece tonight. This is the one I was talking about. I need to buy.
Oh, they got destroyed.
Yeah, it has to be in my collection, mint condition, in backboard plastic. I wish I would have did that tonight because this one that happened. You see the dent and
gotta replace that.
Yeah, baby bless. So can't get mad at that. It's a baby, you know. But more or less, this has been ringing noises, ringing bells, hard noises. But it's about this is inspired off of the Marvel podcast. So they're actually giving a salute to indigenous. Oh my gosh, I'm mad I said that.
Indigestion.
Leave me alone, bro.
Come on now.
Anyway, fuck that.
Indigenous voices.
Yeah, there you go, bro. There you go.
Well, see, no, this is actually a reprint of the very first Marvel's Voices, which is the one that stemmed from the black artists and writers from Marvel. The indigenous voices came out last week also, which is in the same vein.
Right, exact. And they also have several variants for Native American, like founders, like in the New Mutants and members like Warpath and everything. They got like real tribal covers for variants for this. I think that's fire, and I'm glad they did that.
Oh, that's the first volume. That's the one from the Black Writers. The one you're referring to is the indigenous voices, which that's not it.
All the voices on the rack right now is new this week. Right now, so I just ran with it like, wow, which one do I pick?
That's the second print. That's the second print of Marvel's Voices.
Beautiful shit, though.
Dope.
I just had to have it because when I looked up, it was on the app. Yes, I do the app shit. I still do the app shit.
Batman.
There it is.
I know Reddy got this one. He showed it last week, I think.
I just showed it 5 minutes ago. Okay, Vic.
Talking from there.
I only saw 2 of those beers out of the 6-pack.
Yeah, that's right now. What else they got in that beer?
Word.
You know, the Ethiopians might have some fire we don't know about. But this is the variant. Okay, this is not the original cover for 103, but this is the follow-up when Ghostmaker and Batman get cracking.
Hell yeah.
I want to read tonight, actually, or tomorrow for the least, because I got a busy weekend, but I like to get my books out the way and read and know what's going on.
Beautiful Francesco Mattina cover right there, always on the B cover variants.
That's why you're saying that.
The hardcover variants for Batman, definitely a ill collection if you've been keeping those in your box. We showed that last week on our previews for next week's new shit, which we definitely gonna get into later tonight.
I think this might be a first time for this one. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Nice. I showed that last week.
Punchline 1 variant.
Yeah, Frank Cho up in here. Frank Cho, I follow him on Instagram and Facebook. His work is ridiculous. He makes it look like dollar bills, like his line work. It's
beautiful.
Just like some really good stuff.
DC hardcover variants are worth every cent.
I agree. So this is 6.
There it is. I didn't grab that this week, man.
I was looking at it. It's just like
it's like a magazine, right?
Get it before it gets off the shelf. So I had to grab mine because I'm already up to 1 to 5. So I'm like, and plus the investigative cover one. So I just had to go with it.
And they went with Matina for the A. Amazing.
Story is great too, by the way, and the artwork is masterful in that line. So this is an old one. I actually had two of these now. That came way late from the same. Give me 1 second. You just shouted them out.
And did you? And you got it without being pulled into your mailbox this time.
Things from another
world. Things from another world. Tifa.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it finally came because I had this on pre-order a long time ago and forgot, and this came in my mailbox. And luckily, they didn't shrimp roll it like they did the Juice cover for our last comic. And then you were already ahead of the game with this one ready, but I had to get my copy.
Indeed.
So that was
bags and boards, man. I see a lot of unbagged and board books going on back there.
No, what I do is I unbag it before the show, and then
okay, I got you.
So that the glare,
you doing better than me. I'm showing glare and shit.
But you got better camera work than me. You really invested and got nice ass camera work and lighting. You know what you're doing with your shit. This book is actually very entertaining and it's based on a true story about a real person.
That looks glossy too.
Yeah, only her. That's that spot color.
Oh, word. Oh, I love that type of shit. That spot gloss.
Yeah, she's the only one.
Oh yeah.
And the book, the quality of the paper is amazing. Like the coloring, like when you feel the girth of each page, you don't worry about damage and shit because it's thick. It's really.
So you like the story on that one?
I read it. Yeah. It's the issue starts with her childhood and how she started becoming a cocaine dealer.
Oh shit!
This
is like some true story shit. What the fuck is all that right
there? Yeah, and it's only $3.99. They're not even asking for much with this book.
Wow.
I'm gonna grab that.
What they don't do is give you her full name.
Is that DC? Who the fuck makes that?
Antarctic Press, the same thing that Max DeVille
Shouts out,
Max. Give us some really good info on tonight.
Yo, I love Antarctic Press, man.
I'm so hyped about the whole shit. I'm really excited.
I'm searching that right now.
And that's my last book for the movie this week.
That one, Sea of Sorrows. That has a lot of reader buzz behind it. People are definitely searching that black cover. Is if it's something that you're gonna want a bag board. Those black covers are so delicate. Yo,
if you can't get it, I got it for you tomorrow.
Okay, holla at me because I don't know if I'm gonna be able to grab that or not.
Because there was mad people in the store today, and it was aggressive, like
frenzy. Yeah, let me know. Sea of Sorrows.
It's like The Plunge, actually, because The Plunge is an amazing story similar to that. Right. Shout out to Vertigo. Shout out to Image Comics, Boom Comics, Black Mass Comics, Antarctic Press.
That's good shit, man. I mean, this week, amazing. Next week is gonna be some shit like last week. We're continuing on our new levels of letting you know what's gonna happen. Release wise for the following week. We've got some new books coming out. One thing definitely that we need to point out is that some of these books they get delayed. They might sometimes say that they're coming out one week, but they might come out the next or a few weeks down the line, especially with this COVID shit happening. It's affected everyone from the producers of the comic all the way down to the retailers,
shop owners, everything. Because when I go to shops where you already have stuff and I'm trying to get that too, because I thought it was like a must have, they're like, it depends on Diamond Press. There was a whole issue with that. They're like, you got to take it or leave it, and then they going with another distributor. It's a war actually going on behind the scenes.
Yeah, from what I hear from my local comic shop is that Diamond just fucking sucks.
That's what the shops told me. They're trying to, like, when things are shut down, like, you have to buy our books regardless whether you like it or not. Or we'll just stop bringing
stuff is constantly damaged from them. I forget. I forget what comic it was. It was maybe a few weeks ago, but it was like every copy except for maybe 2 or 3 were damaged.
Right.
Yeah. I put a post about it on the Comic Book Trap House Facebook so people could like really pick their poisons as far as like where they want to go get their quality of books from. Like if they want to look back, it's there.
Yeah, that's real paranoid. Diamond got all black people working there, real talk. Now me and P, we watched a pretty lengthy documentary on Diamond Distribution, and their warehouse, their distribution center where they get everything done is definitely employed by a lot of brothers and sisters out there. I can't remember exactly where that's located, but
I probably don't even like comics.
I mean, I don't want to assume anything like that, but I'm sure everybody who works in a warehouse might not be a complete comic book fan or whatever. But my point in addressing that is just the fact that I salute Diamond for employing a lot of black folks. You know what I'm saying? That's a good thing when it comes to this comic book game and companies and the way it all trickles down. It's for all of time pretty much traditionally been a middle-aged white man's game. You know what I'm saying? All from the fans all the way down to production, and it's just good to see things turn.
Absolutely. Like I think the comic book game.
We all love this shit. You know what I'm saying? And we all need to be involved. Look at the color wheel of the Comic Book Trap House. You know what I'm saying? We got all kinds of man. I love it.
When you look at the Flash, when you look at any show, like they've really expanded the genre. Like as far as like you got every laugh. Fuck, go ahead, get your laugh on, bro.
You started to talk like an Ethiopian.
If I got to joke on you, okay, Dave? You want to watch your mouth before you talk to me. No, seriously. Like a lot of shows I've been seeing, like they cast such a great manner, like with every nationality. Like even when I watch The Flash, they have every nationality on that show. I love how they give it up. On Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., they have every nationality.
Oh, yeah, they like when you talk about things like that, it's like they really try to push that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? It's not natural when you see an Asian, a black, an Indian, a white guy, a Jewish guy with a yarmulke. They I'm surprised they don't have that on the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. It's like they make it real. They really force feed it to you. I like it when it's more of a natural occurrence. You know what I'm saying?
Now they did with it. They actually did really good with it. They did great with it.
I appreciate it. But
it was just like the last Avengers movie when they had to try their girl power moment thing and they forced it in there. It's like, come on, you don't need to do that shit.
Yeah, it's like, it's all unite, girls. We just end up all together at the same spot on the battlefield in one moment, and let's just it was cool.
Whereas like the previous Avengers film where they had Black Widow and the other 2 chicks battling kind of side by side, that felt a lot more natural. Like they just happened to stumble upon each other, and it wasn't like a forced thing.
I don't like forced social agenda. Social agendas there's nothing wrong with it. We need that.
I agree with you on that strongly.
I don't want you to try to act like I don't know what the fuck is going on. And
I agree with you strongly on that. That happened last night on Richard's show, like where you had to like really give space to people, especially when women is on. Like you gotta like give them their say so, and then be considerate about things and peacefully speak. But anyway, we about here for comics, so fuck all that shit. Let's talk these comic books. Any news on the comic book strip? Because I'm hearing that Department of Truth might be having some movie line going. I heard.
Yeah, that's definitely been news that's been out there. Something that we just heard about recently is the fact that we're getting Wonder Woman 1984 on Christmas Day.
Ain't that some shit?
And it's coming out not only in theaters, but on HBO Max at the same time.
I'm hyped about that.
Bam.
That's good news right there. I'm not a HBO Max subscriber, but I will be come December.
I think somebody really fought for us to make that even possible.
Well, Corona did, I would say. Corona went to bat for all of our in-home theatrical enjoyment this year.
Well, it denied us for about 9 months, so.
Word. And I'm glad that DC is doing that too. I mean, one motivation could just be because the fact that they know that their movies are all around shit, so they got to do.
Yeah, their shows and cartoons are amazing.
They got to do something more, to push this shit this time instead of just putting it out in theaters, because we can't go to the theater here in New York. Rona is getting even worse here by the day, so none of that's gonna be happening. They had to come to that decision. Hopefully, Marvel wisens up too, because come January, when they start trying to plan on putting out stuff, we're still not gonna be able to go to the theater here in New York.
Well, fuck, they already pushed Black Widow to May, so
yeah. Oh, okay, yeah. Who knows?
They're in the long haul.
That's right. I said January. Oh, January. The Disney Plus
Master.
That's right.
We're supposed to get a movie from him.
Shang-Chi was February. Who knows when nothing's coming out anymore? It's who knows. Anyway, that's good news about Wonder Woman 1984. Looking forward to that. The first one was dope. We're looking for what's her name? Cheetah. Cheetah to be the villainess in this one or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Dope. Ladies getting it in. That's what I'm talking about.
I like movies set in the 1980s too. I like that vibe.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, especially being the fact that we lived through the 80s, saw the whole thing happen from day one to.
That's right, mullets and.
Word up, man! Coca-Cola fucking sweatshirts, and Swatch watches, Vans.
I remember when I was younger, I had like the neon, or it was like a black shirt with neon writing on it, but it was like puffy lettering.
Oh yeah,
remember those shirts?
Oh man, so much 80s shit. They're gonna be dropping all kinds of time capsule references all through the movie. Hopefully, it doesn't get corny, but I'm sure
it will.
If you're an 80s motherfucker, it's gonna definitely be some cornball parts. All right, we're gonna keep it moving right now. Hopefully, little bit soon we'll be able to get an update from my man Max DeVille as to where we're at with Mary Machine Gun.
Oh yeah.
But before we get into that, I think we should take a look at what's coming out next week.
Thanks.
Some brand new books. It's another long haul. A lot of stuff. Marvel, Independent, and DC.
Gonna dig deep in them pockets.
Oh yeah, man.
There's a lot of money pouring into the comic book industry right now. It's like people are sleeping.
Yeah, either so some titles you might collect, some titles you might not. So it's not like you gotta shell out your money for everything that comes out. But there's always.
Not to change the subject, have you guys heard about the Peacemaker series going on HBO Max?
No.
With
right. Yeah, the guy that's going to be in Suicide Squad, they're giving his own series, right?
Which goes back to like some Vietnam shit, whatever.
Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah.
He's getting a series as well as the Green Lantern Corps is getting a series. But Vigilante is going to have a guest spot in that Peacemaker series.
Right, and I saw that first appearance of Vigilante has been blowing up in the last week after that news drop too.
But it's like the 90s one, not the 2000 plus. So
right.
You think you got that in your stats? Because I got number one in my stats, and I was like, damn, that shouldn't even qualify. It's those 90s ones.
Nah, you gotta take it back. All right. We're moving on right now. Like I was just saying, we got some new books to show. Let's go ahead and take a look, starting with DC next week. Detective Comics number 1031 comes out.
I don't collect that one, but I might need to get that one for that cover. That's dope.
This is Lee Bremo. I'm sorry if I'm fucking his name up, which I'm sure I did. But he's been doing a lot of these Detective Comics B
Look
covers.
at that. You had the glare of the windshield on there.
Word.
That's dope as fuck.
It's sick, and it's a real natural looking Batman too. You know what I'm saying?
I was about to say the same shit that you
And a
just said.
real natural looking steering wheel, not some
Facts.
weird fucking airplane throttle inside of a car and shit like the Batmobile. It just looks like Batman, and his lip is busted. I love this cover. There's no way it's not coming home. DC Universe Future State. This is a free comic book that comes out next week, but you might want to get a hold of it because it's going to feature
bunch of first appearances.
Yeah, man, first appearances from this new universe.
Yeah, I think it's going to go for 2 months strong before they do a huge transformation. And I think I know why that's happening, but I'm not going to say nothing.
Why? Let us know.
Crossover.
Well, your speculation is always crossover.
I know.
I
could be wrong. I swear. That's why I'm telling the people I could be wrong. It's just my
but that's like the top of the iceberg when it comes to what we want. I ain't mad.
But I watch other podcasts too that relate with comics, and they're having a lot of feelings about this. So
we'll see.
We'll see. Like I think there's gonna be like some really big surprise for all of us that we could really look forward to as like when we're book shopping. Like, wow, we did not see that coming.
Everybody's talking this multiverse. So who knows? You got multiverse happening in Marvel, and you definitely got multiverse happening in DC. As you see right here, the
Black
Multiverse Who Laughs, #1 coming out next week. Multiverse Who Laughs, still going with this goddamn death metal.
He's getting on my nerves though.
Yeah, they're going into that hard.
Oh my god, they might as well just rename DC Death Metal Comics.
Right. I think it's a nice. I like it a lot.
We also have a B cover.
See, there we go. See, when you see shit like that, I'm like, okay, now I could like fucks with it. When you saw that other cover, it's like, man, I'm not gonna pick that shit up. I wouldn't pick it up with the other cover. With that cover, I would pick that up.
The DC hardcover.
Because if you really put Joker and Batman together on a god level, you really think he'll be fucking walking dogs? I just gotta say, like a lot of things they did with the death metal, he was way more capable. They gotta think deeper into the mind of Bruce Wayne and Joker intertwined on with Dr. Manhattan level. Like they could have did this plot way more serious. I think they had a lot of goofies writing the script, and that's my opinion. A lot of goofy nerds writing the script that could have took it way deeper and further and gory and catastrophic with a better, outcome to how they find a resolution to it. I was not pleased with it. I'm not even gonna lie to you. With Empire, at least they kept it real funky. Like that's all I gotta say. I'm sorry, guys.
Vic Vega definitely doesn't approve of that, and you'll be hearing from him soon. You higher up.
Batman's in a baby Batman with drooling with a baby bottle. Come on, like who are you doing this to? You got grown ass people buying comic books, and that's what y'all giving us.
They need to look
Lobo
at the demographic.
By the way, the Lobo book was fire, so I'm gonna say that.
Continuing with DC, the other history of the DC universe.
History.
This is going to be something that I'm very interested in checking out. Black Lightning is featured here, and I think this is going to be something that's retelling the history of the DC. Well, I don't think, of course it is, obviously from the title, but the perspective that we're coming from here is going to be something that we haven't seen, alluding towards what I was talking about earlier,
right,
with more diverse people coming into the game. There's a B cover for that also.
Great covers, both of them.
And there's further variants also that you could look into from that.
Yeah,
I look forward to see what the storyline is going to be like, because I'm gonna dig into it.
Oh, look that preview up. It's very intriguing.
Check it out.
Very worthwhile. The Last God #10.
Woo!
DC Black Label.
That's a
D's strong grab there.
Yeah, D's been all over
that one.
Almost just like Kratos from God of War.
Yeah, Max DeVille said he really digs that B cover.
That's very, very, very close look to him, Dave. That's very true. All right, one more from DC. My man Josh Middleton again
Oh man,
on
that
Wonder Woman.
would love that.
He hopped over from Batgirl
Yeah.
to Wonder Woman, and he's been knocking these out of the park already. It's only been like 3 or 4, I think, so far.
Yo, the artwork has like been fucking stupendous with DC.
I'll tell you,
Marvel's been bringing it too because they got the Alex Rosses and some other variants too.
I tell you, they know how to sell a comic book because
I think it's been a war like with variants.
me not even being a reader of Wonder Woman or a reader of Batgirl, I bought damn near, if not all, of the Josh Middleton covers for that Batgirl run, and with these amazing Middleton covers on this Wonder Woman, I'm gonna do the same thing. Cover buys, man.
Oh,
I'm gonna have to get that for Batman right there. That's off rip.
Can't sleep on that type of stuff. I think sets of those variant covers might pull something later on. If you have the whole Middleton Batgirl run or the whole Middleton Wonder Woman or what have you. Those sets might be something to speak upon later down the line.
Right.
That's it for DC next week. Some interesting stuff right there. Don't sleep. Moving on into Marvel, getting it started. Champions.
Oh, that's not funny coming out.
Second print. This is the second print of the Champions Outlawed.
Yeah.
That came out.
They made it like illegal for like underage heroes to be
right. You gotta be 21 or something.
Right, which is a dope ass concept. Really like that, and especially being the fact that this story entails all the younger characters of the Marvel universe, who's going to be all about the future of this franchise. They these are that's the future Avengers you're looking at right here. If you look at a lot of these people, I'm talking about movie spec. These characters are coming into the big screen later, and these younger books are going to all be worth it.
I didn't mean to cut you off, but she's actually like the major star of the new Avengers game.
Yeah.
Like
Miss Marvel is on the rise.
She's a big commodity, and she will have a movie or TV. Actually, it's supposed to be an action live show about her in the works, from what I read.
Yeah, she's already been cast. She's already been cast. It's a Disney Plus series coming later down the line.
All right, thank you for
confirming. Conan the Barbarian number 16. I'm definitely caught up with Conan. That's one.
Yes, and especially since he got with Savage Avengers, he's been a very talked about character now. I think he earned his respect.
Being Marvel, how gory is this one? How gory is this series?
It's people are definitely getting fucked up in this book. People are dying. They're not really showing.
They're not showing heads rolling.
A lot of, what we really need is a Conan the Barbarian mask.
Getting ripped out and your tendons and shit.
We already know that we're getting a Conan the Barbarian Netflix series coming. And from what I hear, that they're not going to be pulling any punches with that, and they're going to dig deep into it.
It depends who Conan is, though, too.
It's something I saw falsely. Quote me if I'm wrong. That Arnold Schwarzenegger is actually going to be like the narrator. Nah, actually, I saw it on the internet, but that could be just hoopla.
Now, Jason Momoa or whatever was the last Conan, right? Wasn't he in
that movie was fucking garbage.
The best part was when the girl got her arm chopped off in the beginning of the movie, and I was like, "Oh damn!" And then that was like the best part.
I watched about 10 minutes of it, and then I turned it off. I was like, "Fuck this show."
Wow,
this dude sucks.
What I will say is, like, if they do it, I think they know they have no choice but to go hard. We know our iconic Arnold Schwarzenegger Conan, and then with the remake attempts, that they're gonna have to go hard. So let's try to give them some credit and hope for the best.
Daredevil number 24 comes out next week. Chip Zdarsky.
One of the best comic series, period.
That's right. Marvel is knocking it.
That's a dope cover.
I will tell anybody who's watching right now or who's gonna watch later, Daredevil is a comic book worthy of checking out. The storyline is so concrete and great.
Chip Zdarsky is not fucking around, and like my man Rod the Rican told us last week on the show, I didn't even know Chip Zdarsky is a pen name. It might be who knows? It might be Eddie Murphy behind the pen or some shit. Who knows? But Daredevil is a series you want to fuck with. Trust me. Continuing on with Marvel, we got Marvel #2. Alex Ross on the cover, of course.
The fifth one and the first one both have dope covers, but like the material inside is really not that interesting.
It's
really?
like
okay, so it's Ross on the cover, and then you got somebody shit on the inside.
Well, not necessarily the art; it's just the story inside.
Okay. Sorry to that artist. I didn't mean to call you shit, but yeah, the writer's shit. Then it's not a good book.
From what I remember, because like #1 came out like the beginning of this year, I think. Like fucking like June or some shit or May.
Huh? So maybe it's only like quarterly.
Now I don't know if COVID fucked it up or what, but I remember reading the first one. I was like, oh, I'm not going to buy the second one because there's nothing here.
I really like this kind of washed out type of
like I said,
right
like the tinted down of the opacity.
Yes.
You know,
they
a long sketch, and they just load the opacity with a white background. There you go. There you have it.
Yeah, they've made a nice look right there.
Alex Ross.
Continuing on, Power Pack is back.
Your favorite group,
Outlawed. They're definitely underaged superheroes. I don't understand how, after all these years, they're still the same age. Maybe that's one of their mutated things that they don't age or something. Power Pack. I don't know too much about them, but I got a few Power Pack comics from back in the day.
They're just destined to be a lifelong fucking annoying kids.
Yeah, exactly. I'm surprised they haven't tried to do anything more with them. You know, and in the media, they're so OG. And
I would love to see them kids in the Mary Machine Gun book and see how they hold up.
It'd be funny is if they did like kids that are teen stars in TV or not, and they grow up to be like drug addicts or whatever.
Right.
They show the Power Pack grow up and they're just fucking pieces of shit.
They should do that on like Robot Chicken and shit. Marvel continue it. X of Swords Destruction #1 next week. Another one.
I haven't followed the whole X of Swords, whatever the fuck.
It's too much. This whole new
it has been the whole thing with it is that they have like about 5 titles that are tied into this whole storyline, and to the average collector, it's like, okay, I'm about to spend, let's say, $50 to $60 a week, and then you're going through DC and independent covers, and then you gotta look at Marvel like, all right, I wanted Juggernaut this week, and I wanted some Immortal Hulk, but then you look at the X of Swords, it's like, god damn, they got like 6 or 7 titles a week.
Right. X of Swords is crossing over. It's crossing over into X-Men.
And you ain't even got time for that.
It's crossing over into X-Men.
Yeah, you got to read this to find out what happened with that. Apocalypse got his 4 horsemen back. Akara, or whatever they called, Wolverine already threw his sword through one of dude's eyes and shit. Like, I don't even know these dudes' names, but I follow up on this shit. X-Men is losing so far. They're like 0 for 4 because Wolverine winning, he was supposed to lose.
All right, well, don't spoil it. No, everybody hadn't read it.
My bad.
Just give us a little quick synopsis.
Yeah, I'll leave it at that.
All right. X of Swords is definitely all over the place, and it's too fucking much.
I will read it.
Winter Soldier, #5.
There we go.
Next week, if you're into that, get it.
And that's
nice
something
show. #4 comes out next week also.
And that's only a 5-part limited series, so grab it while you could, because
if you like it.
Yeah.
Is that Hercules?
But if they ever come out with a movie or a feature of it, you're gonna wish you had that 5-part miniseries, because it will be a hot one on the market.
Is that Hercules? Have you read that?
No, Hercules is actually after the apocalypse. And what's this big-headed nigga from AIM?
The leader?
Name? The big-headed dude.
The leader?
No, the one that has the little arms and legs. That's the beard talking right now. Because I know.
You talking about MODOK?
Yeah, he wakes him up after a slumber, and he tells Immortal Hulk, like, do you not know there was a nuclear war and none of the heroes on your Earth could save you? Hulk was like, I tried so many times to save this Earth, I'm done with it, and I'm sick of you. So he was like, yo, we could heal the Earth, just stay put, chill. This is why we had you on ice. He just branched out. So Las Vegas and Times Square is like the only counterparts of people living on the Earth. Everybody else is dead and desolate. And when he comes across Times Square, he comes across your boy Hercules.
No spoilers. Some people might not have read the series yet, and they might want to read it.
No, that's just issue number 1. I ain't even go that deep. That's just issue number 1, and I ain't even tell too much. Like,
dude, it sounded like you put a lot to me. You go page by fucking panel right there. All right, we're gonna continue it on. Yeah, we don't have to tell the entire story.
But remember, my show number 1 was out 2 months ago, so I'm not telling nothing new.
No doubt. Shang-Chi number 3 comes out next week also.
Y'all need to know what number 1 happened? No, I'm just kidding.
Tell us everything about what's happened to Shang-Chi so far, Vic.
I can and will.
Number 1, page 5, panel 3.
Word.
No, I seriously could in 10 seconds.
What's the first ad in that?
He's waking up as
anyway. Look, Vic
and cake maker.
Afra, number 6 comes out next week.
I said 10 seconds. Give me 10 seconds.
Dr. Afra, number 6. Star Wars is hot fucking caca right now. Don't fuck around.
And I wish I
don't know. I mean, of course, not this volume, but Dr. Afra's first appearance. What was that? One of those Vader issues, like number 3 or some shit like that.
Yeah, something like that.
She makes her first appearance. That book is on fire.
Yeah, I think I have like a third print of that one or something.
I got the free comic book day version. It's on fire because there's rumors that she's gonna get Disney Plus swashbuckling series one day. Dope shit. Oh man.
Now, salute, my bro. Thank you for tuning in with us.
That's not it from Marvel. I got one more from Marvel. Of course. X-Men number 15 comes out next week.
Oh, that's one of those swords.
Swords all day.
Yeah, you know it's about you know what amount of swords they're doing? I think it's about 10 swords with the extra swords. Some of them are resurrection, some of them are death, some of them are empowerment, some of them that you can't die. You just gotta check in the book. You'll see what that's about.
Wow. Like I said, I haven't been able to keep up with the whole X thing. I love that Jonathan Hickman beginning and all that stuff, and when it started branching off into Excalibur and X-Force and all these different goddamn books, it became too much.
I agree with you. It's just a lot to follow, man. And then when the Comic-Con New York went on virtual, that's when I found out there was so many writers. Like, I actually watched their panel, and that's when I found out what they were tuning into. Like, they actually have to tie in. There's a lot of hard work behind it. And some of the writers, I was like, do you really think you could tap into this character? But, you know, I really can't question people because they might be diehard comic book fans and, you know, extraordinaire with their craft, that they have been so far writing a pretty good knit story for this. So let's see where it goes, because it's not done yet.
Yeah. It's a lot to keep up with, you know.
Yeah,
and there's, I think it would be impossible to actually put out any kind of reading order.
Even Venom, like you gotta go Spider-Man, Gwen, whatever, Miles Morales. Like the King in Black is affecting the whole Marvel.
Yeah, we'll get into that later. Yeah, we'll get into that later. You know, we'll keep it on that Hickman thing, that X-Men shit. See, you can get off on all these different fucking tangents and shit like that because Marvel does it in all their titles. Not only is X-Men completely blown out of proportion, but all its symbiote it is too, and it's getting worse with all these different titles that are coming in with the whole symbiote null thing. It's gonna go completely off the rails one of these days soon.
Yeah.
But enough for the big two. Let's get to the big third, which is independence altogether, if you ask me. Starting with Scout Comics Assassin and Son #1 comes out next week.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
A nice independent title to look out for.
Yeah.
I love independent comic books,
teaching
man.
a little young one how I get the bag.
This is where you get the beefiest stories, the stuff that doesn't have to be watered down for corporate interests. When you got DC and Marvel that has to stay somewhat squeaky clean for their fucking shareholders and shit like that. When it comes to independent comic books, we get the writers and artists that get to do the true grit.
That's the real talk, though. I love the indies, man. Shout out to Boom Comics. Shout out to Dynamic Comics. Shout out to Atrocity Press. You know, shout out to Rebel Comics. Shout out to Antarctic Press. Shout out to Valiant. Shout out to Black Mask.
There's a lot. You can go on and on.
Yeah.
Look out for that one, Assassin and Son. Also look out from Source Point Press, Black of Heart #1 that comes out next week.
Oh,
dope taxi cab cover.
Word.
I love these books are the more exciting nowadays, and they end up making movies out of it. You don't even know it sometimes.
This is when you get the realization that comics aren't just for kids.
Right. And exactly.
Moving on with more independent heat from Antarctic Press.
There you go.
#1 next week.
That's why I can't wait to talk to Max because I think they got a collabo coming.
This is volume 2.
We had 2 guests already on this show that already are in cahoots with these guys.
Antarctic Press puts out a lot of quality material, and this title right here has definitely got me anticipating this release. Cat shit. Also, Department of Truth #3.
Yeah, not out yet. By the way, so people just know, you can get #2 on the shelves right now. That will
no, of course not. All of these are for next week's release.
Right.
Week of November 24th, 25th.
Right. If you see right there at the top, they don't come out till the 24th and the 25th. The reason we have to put 2 days up there in the releases is because DC, of course, as everyone knows now, releases on Tuesdays, and everybody else is still on Wednesday.
Right.
And Thursday the 26th is Thanksgiving, and it's also Comic Book Trap House night. That should be interesting.
I'll be here.
I'll be around. Faded.
Right.
Department of Truth #3 cover B right there for you.
That's the one to get right there.
It's hard right there.
I like that.
I want the one without the title, just like that. That's gonna cost a little $15.
No, that's a regular cover price.
Really?
Yep, regular cover B.
Without the image and without.
I'm not showing any incentives or high ratios at all in any of these tonight. They're all cover price.
Because they make less of them if you just remove all that from the cover below on the lower level.
Right, that'd be a virgin though.
Exactly.
Yeah, that'd be pure virgin if they didn't have any trade dress on it at all. All right. I Make Boys Cry #1 coming from Absolute Comic Groups.
Wow.
That cover had me open a little something right there. I like that cover. It's a photo cover. That would have worked last week on Cover Combat.
Kind of classic ninja schoolgirl.
Word up.
Yo, D Strong said I'd be called a spoiler if I was a villain. I just read that shit wildly.
Big up to everybody in the chat room. Let us know if y'all are feeling some of these books. Let us know what you're going to be picking up next week.
Dragon Talk is
anything that's if you see anything that's catching your eye. Continuing on, we got I Walk with Monsters #1.
A lot of great titles on these independents.
That's another thing too, Dave. I'm glad you pointed that out, because another thing that I like about some of these independent titles, another trend that's happening in some of these independent titles is these long titles. Like remember, like
Yeah.
we only find them when they're dead, or something is
Yeah.
killing the children. All these long ass fucking sentences for titles and shit. I Walk with Monsters. It's a statement, not just a title. I'm looking forward to seeing. I actually haven't even read the preview on this. Vault Comics.
It'd be a great title for like a character that drinks too much. Is this is what happens when I black out?
Word. Exactly. You know,
I hear that.
that's the remix. Kaiju Score, #1. Aftershock Comics. I like the array of independent companies that we're showing tonight too. We went from Scout to Albatross to all kinds. We're showing everybody.
Funny though, there's probably not even enough time to show the great independent covers that's been coming out. Because when I go to the shop, I'm like, yo, I want that. I want that. I want that. I want that. Like, and a lot of these books are like actually getting acknowledgement. I think even Amazon and Netflix goes to independent books now for movie deals and TV.
For course. Absolutely. Anything that's got some buzz,
they only have to. It cuts to half the work. Like you already provided the story. All we gotta do is the actors and the board.
They're going to independent comic books for these stories because it would be too much for them to get any rights to anything from DC or Marvel, and then B, these independent writers are definitely hungry for a break into Hollywood, whereas DC and Marvel don't give a fuck because they already got their own goddamn studios.
Right, you hit it on the nail.
Kaiju Score drops next week. Now, also, we got Power Rangers #1. We've shown this, of course, you already know this. But this is definitely a reprint because next Wednesday is also Local Comic Shop Day 2020. You've got a few Local Comic Shop Day variants that are coming out, and they're all foil versions that you might want to fuck with. These are free comic books, I think. I think these are free. No, they're not. I think they're. Wait a minute. They're regular cover price, if I'm not mistaken. But
and they got the Power Ranger Slayer named Dragon, Drake,
right.
Whatever.
This is also a Peach Momoko cover, and there's, of course, so many people out there who are in love with her. Anything Peach Momoko drops right now is hot, so it might be something you want in your box. Local Comic Shop Day 2020 foil variant. Also, sticking with the Local Comic Shop Day 2020 releases, Ice Cream Man #20 is coming out with a variant for that next week. And Something is Killing the Children #1. The first issue is getting a Local Comic Shop Day foil variant next week. That might not be something you want to sleep on.
Ooh, I'm looking at
something you want to sleep on. All right, not stopping there. Let us know still in the chat room, people, if anything is catching your eye, if we're showing you some stuff that you might not have known about that you're gonna have to put on your list for next week. Where the hell are y'all all going, man? Scumbag #2 comes out next week. Also, I read Scumbag #1 earlier in the week. That book is crazy, man. That dude is insane.
That guy's a pure scumbag, right?
Yeah, man. It was a fun book to read, man. Very.
Yeah, I was reading it. I didn't know if I could. Going forward, I hope they kind of have like a redemption arc to him or something. Because he's like, you read the first issue and you're like, I don't even know if I could root for this guy. He's just like a piece of shit.
He's an absolute piece of shit, man. And yeah, of course, he's gonna. I think the whole theme is probably going to be redemption, as low as that they started this guy from. It has to be, you know, and the twist that it made to really bring about the whole story was real cool.
Right.
And I'm sticking with it. I'm down for Scumbag, man. Independent.
Yeah, because that's Rick Remender on the writing on that, and he's a dope ass writer.
Dope. They also got a B cover for that one. That's some old blaxploitation looking movie poster style.
Yeah.
70s looking shit right there. I love it. I'm just looking for Fred Williamson come in the back and shit.
Yeah, I like the old school movie poster shit.
You've read this, haven't you, Dave?
I have not read it. I got that the variant of the number 2, the Purple Rain variant.
Oh, that's right. That's what I was thinking about. That fucking cover you showed with the Purple Rain homage. That was Snake Eyes Dead Game number 2. Wow. I gotta get that. I forgot about that.
I actually bought a ill Snake Eyes cover G.I. Joe Origins for Batman just last week. That's sick.
Snake Eyes Dead Game number 3 comes out next week. Make sure you grab that.
I got that Purple Rain variant from the Things from Another World.
Oh,
shop.
Really?
I think no. It was a Golden Apple Comics.
Oh, okay, that's right. Yeah, Golden Apple. I forgot.
It wasn't too bad. It was like $14.
Okay, I'm going in. Spawn 312 comes out next week.
Spawn all day, every day.
That's cover A for you. You got McFarlane on the cover B.
Oh shit!
And now well, I think that was a Spider-Man cover or something that they did that on. This is an homage cover for sure. I can't remember the exact issue.
The Spawn homage covers you gotta pick up every time.
You better do it.
They always pop.
You better do it. A few more independents. The Red number 1 comes out next week. I can't even remember what company that is. Somebody new that I'm not familiar with. Well, it might not be new, but I ain't familiar with them. Undiscovered Country number 10. Have you been keeping up with that?
Series. Oh yeah, yep. I'm all caught up on that.
I have to get caught up. I'm only on 3. I gotta get it caught up because that's a great story. I just every time I go to my pile, it's like I read some other shit and then I look around and I see Undiscovered Country. Like, oh shit, I forgot to read that. Couple more. Vampirella number 15. Lucio Perillo on the cover, of course.
Like, it doesn't matter who's drawing the cover. It's always a great cover.
Oh, yeah. Them big Nakis. You love Vampirella every trip. And you got another Peach Momoko variant this week. Well, next week for that as well.
Oh, it was like a Bewitched cover.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. That's a Bewitched little homage right there, isn't it? Dope. Well, that's what's coming out next week that we decided to highlight.
A lot more dope shit.
Yeah, hopefully you saw something in there that you might have caught your eye, something that you didn't know was coming down the pipeline, something you might want to subscribe to, start to pull this. If you're scared that you might not be able to get your hands on one of those books, then pre-order it.
Yep.
You know? Like I just said, start to pull this. That helps your local comic shop because that's pretty much...
Not to mention you get a discount.
Right. You get a discount and it's kind of guaranteed money for your shop, because well, it's not guaranteed money, but it's a little more reassurance that
they don't have many issues to order.
Right. Let's put it this way. If you mention a comic book trap house with any comic shop you go to, you will have your income tax return revoked.
Damn. I don't think you should say anything about the comic book trap house if you walk into a comic book store. Then, if that's what's going to happen, ladies and gentlemen, you don't want your income tax revoked.
Actually,
unless you owe money. Unless you owe.
You watch the show, you're gonna know that this what books are of value and what's popular, and then you go get the right shit. Actually, in reversal.
Yeah. Well, where's Max? I sent Max the info. I thought Max was going to show up and holler at us tonight, man.
He's waiting. He's been waiting.
Maybe we'll get him around to holler at us next week because right now
because he's been waiting.
We're not going to be huh?
He's been waiting all night. He's been patiently waiting to ask me like when am I coming on? Let's do that. Let's show him that respect.
No, I sent him the stream link a long time ago. And
we're talking right now. Like he ain't got it.
Well,
I ain't got nothing email.
Well, you sent me the wrong address because I sent the email to whatever address you sent me on that chat.
That'd be funny if some random dude just popped in.
Right now, we're gonna continue on because we gotta get into this cover combat. I know these people are ready for this shit. I'm ready to take this shit to another level, And if y'all are, let me hear you say yeah, because here we go. Cover combat, cover combat. This is where we don't hold back. This is where we fucking pull out all the stops. This is where we pull the knives and the guns out and just start bucking. Cover combat. For everybody who doesn't know, this is where we take a certain theme of comic book covers. We go 3 rounds and we see how it sounds. Everybody in the chat room, let us know what you think about what we're showing.
He just threw up the address in the chat there.
Oh, here we go. The thing is, I can't really take it from there. I need the right address sent to me. Now that I look on what I sent, it was the incorrect address that I was given. But we can't really be doing administrative things in the middle of the show. We're gonna start this cover combat right now, like I was saying. Round 1 begins. Since we already got this order happening right now, I'm gonna set it off like this.
Round 1, fight.
Tonight, as you see down there at the bottom, best title breaker covers.
Go solo, ready?
Wherever you see some of those famous titles that sometimes break the fourth wall, they take the actual logo of the character and break it up in some kind of fucking out of control or just unorthodox way. They dress the cover up. They fuck it up for a certain issue. That's what we're fucking with tonight. My first entry, Immortal Hulk #1.
Okay, yeah, dope. Got the letter just kind of resting on his back.
He's coming right through the whole title right there.
Oh yeah, I had that one actually, so I'm not gonna use that tonight.
Immortal Hulk #1 sets off the title breaker cover combat. Let us know, chat room, as we set it off, what you think about that right there. Oh, man.
Let's get those votes in.
Get those votes in. Get those comments in. Let us know what you're thinking. Immortal Hulk, man. When you think of titles being broken up, that's the first thing that came to my mind was Hulk covers.
Oh yeah, there's a few I had to pick from for Hulk.
Yeah.
Yeah, I already had that shit like on deep, so that was a wild card now.
Oh, put that back in your
backboard and plastic.
Don't throw that around like that. Yo, we're not stopping right there. Vic Vega's got round 1 in the cut. Let's do it. Yo, you look faded, my nigga.
Round 1, fight.
I just wanted Max to pop up tonight, so I'm a little
salty. Well, you should have sent me the right address. I did not. I sent the email.
It's all good. We'll make it up. So this is gonna be my alternative for round 1. Throwback X-Men joint.
Jesus.
With the Juggernaut. This is when another entity took on Juggernaut's form, like where Sidorak was not pleased with Mark Kane, so he took on another cosmic entity to really face off with the X-Men because Juggernaut would just not do certain things. And laid down the line, Colossus went head up with him, but he beat him with mind over matter. So it was a really cool title. Anybody's impressed with it, give me some dap. Let me know if I got a chance against this battle or what he just gave up. But the cover is all over the place, the letters. So that's what we battling for. Not the best cover, but the letters, the title of the book being all shattered up. I think I got a standing chance with this one.
Yes, indeed. Here we go. Cover combat continues on. Round 1, Vic Vega. And yeah, we definitely know it ain't rocket science, you know what I'm saying? But we're in the middle of some other shit where we can get everything in order the way it's supposed to go. That's when that type of stuff happens. So it's definitely not rocket science. We know what the fuck we're doing around here, and we're gonna get to it whenever we get to it. Right now, we're in the middle of cover combat as we continue on with round one. Dave, is you ready?
Yes, sir.
Round 1. Fight.
Well, this is probably going to go exactly how I planned it. Seeing everybody's round one, I said you guys were going to get slaughtered, and you're going to get slaughtered. We got Hulk number 60 right there.
That's fantastic. Look at that. The whole title is just fucked.
It's definitely wrong.
It looks like Jack Nicholson coming through the door, except he's coming through concrete.
I love it. They took that title and freaked it right there, man.
There it is.
That's the type of shit we're talking about. Title breakers. Not stopping there. We got round 2 coming up right now. Chat room, don't stop letting us know what you think.
Let us know who round 1 there.
Before we go into round 2, though, you know, like we do now, we got to show our round 1 covers so that they can have a better look and a choice at what we're dealing with here from round 1. Are you not participating with us tonight, Vic Vega?
I was tuning in with the chat room. My bad.
There we go. Amazing X-Men, Hulk, and Immortal Hulk. Me and Dave was like on that Hulk tip. I'm not mad. All right. The Immortal Biggie Shaq.
My shit still crack. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, I got hope. My shit
the Immortal Biggie Shaq is going with Vega.
My shit crack.
Nat Queen Cole is going to Dave.
I killed y'all. Face it. Own up to that shit. That's what I'm talking about.
You can't out
whack, man.
Saying you won
Fuck out of here. You ain't got no covers. Going again. Round 2.
Are you
ready? Again. Round 2. Fight.
All right. Coming out with the liquid swords. I think actually we're taking it to somewhere that I took it earlier with some of my new books I was showing. Boom. U.S. Agent. It's Captain America number 354 right here. This is actually the first new U.S. Agent for you.
Yeah, he's got. You know, you can tell he's a U.S. agent, not Captain America, because he only hit one word. Other words is fine.
Exactly. Yeah. It's a half title breaker.
Is he a communist because he hates America?
Yeah, everybody's saying, Dave, fuck out of here with round 1. Fuck out of here with your round 1. I'm not fucking with you. I ain't gonna say that, but I'm reading the chat. Like, okay.
It's all right. You got crushed. Like I said you were going to.
I'm going to hate on you. Yes. I'm going to hate on a U.S. agent, too. Captain America punch.
Oh, go single screen. Ready? Did you go single screen?
Oh, yeah, I'm bugging. Captain America 354.
That's what we're talking about right there. Fucking with the title.
That should be a key issue right now because U.S. Agent is going to feature in the Falcon and the Winter Soldier show.
Chat room.
Who knows?
Let us know. Round 2 begins. Vic Vega, are you ready to win or lose?
Always.
Round 2. Fight.
Ooh, look at this crack in my lap, man. Where do I even begin? I'll do this one. That's why I said I think I have the reason I didn't want to do this one because I think Racy has it.
You know, when you said earlier in the chat today that me and Reddy C would probably have the same books, I knew that was the exact one you're going to try to pull out. So I went with 8 other choices instead of that. Don't come at me, man. Don't come at me.
I had a feeling you was going to have this in mind.
Yeah, that's a fantastic title breaker right there. That's real new school though. I kind of went back with mines. I took it back, but that's a dope new title breaker right there, and I think that's a little key book too, isn't it? There's a little key to. Is there a minor key something to that? I feel like there's a minor key. Something about that.
What is that, number 11?
Gives me a little bit of a vibe. I think there's something to that.
I think there is.
Dope shit right there. Let us know in the chat room what you think about it.
I know I'm not a hater. You just drink a lot.
Dope shit. Dope ass shit. Oh, Mel Klein is calling you a hater.
Yeah, salute my dude. Salute.
Yo, I agree with you, Mel Klein. Vic Vega is a hater, man.
Yo, next week we're gonna get Max on here.
Yeah, we get Max on tonight. I'll get him on later, man. You just gotta send me the right shit. I can't just fucking be doing everything in the middle of the show. I gotta know what's going on over here. All right, we're not stopping right there. Round 2 continues on. Are you ready, Super Dave?
To win, yes.
Oh, wait a minute.
Dave's always ready.
Am I fucking up? Wait a minute. Is it Vic Vega's turn to be honest?
No. Dave.
Oh, no. I'm tripping.
Round 2, fight.
Moon Knight and Punisher.
Oh, yes. Wow. That's a title breaker for you right there, dogs. Woo! Not being punched, not being, artfully fucked with. Punisher came through and blasted it.
Just unloading.
I feel that, man. Chat room, let us know what you think.
Yo, Dave, put that up one more time because I was doing something. Okay, that is pretty hard body. Yes. That is pretty hard body.
You got the side panel there.
Yo,
too,
even a motherfucking corner where you pay your fucking price at and know what month and price it is an issue.
Barry Machine Gun is biased, likes it, but they're a Punisher junkie, so
yeah. Now, Quan, you still on that?
I definitely feel you on that. Super Dave with a really heavy round out to round 2.
Comments is off the chain, man. I'm enjoying this shit. Like the comment section tonight. I really like that vibe.
Yeah, a lot of people chiming in.
A lot of people talking shit in there tonight, man.
Yeah, I love it.
That's what's up. All right, man. And we're kind of barreling through Cover Combat a little bit faster tonight because, of course, we don't have our brother D Strong with us for, another round entry.
Yeah,
but
it's different.
Exactly. And he always comes with just sharp swords too, man. So we got a little bit of a
we mix a little bit of the theme, a little thrown up. It's like that fourth leg of the table,
Shouts out to the immortal Biggie Shaq. He says, "Fuck out of here."
Yo, Max said he's still down for tonight, and I would like to do another ep with him too. Just to compensate for if that's okay with you guys.
Man, we'll get that administrative shit done in the background. My man Max DeVille is always welcome. You know what I'm saying? And you know that. So we're going to just, as long as we get it right, he'll be here. But we're continuing on with the final round right now of Cover Combat as I set it off.
Final round. Fight.
All right.
Go single screen, ready?
Single screen. Whoo, man. Yeah, I have a lot to remember around here. Shit, especially with so much shit coming in my fucking head while I'm trying to remember it. All right. My final entry for Cover Combat tonight.
I almost went with that one.
37. First appearance of Beta Ray Bill.
Horseface, yeah. Beta Ray Bill.
Horseface Killer.
Horseface Killer, yeah.
Smashing the shit out of that Thor logo.
Horseface Killer.
That's a great cover. Classic.
Great classic cover. Classic character. First appearance right here. If y'all
issue too.
Yeah. If y'all see some slight trend that I had tonight, I went with some heavy books. Let us know what you think. Round 3. sets off like that. Vic Vegas continuing with it. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Round 2, fight.
In respect to is the caliber of the book, not just what book it is that has a cool cover, but the caliber of the book. That was a heavy caliber right there. That's a classic motherfucking cover that you just threw at us right now. So now I gotta like, I was gonna go indie on y'all just to throw y'all off, but I think I gotta go classic, just to keep up to par, you know. And I'm gonna go with this one. It's a tough pick too, man, because I got some good ones here.
Oh yeah,
Nice.
that's a great breakup. That shit is broken
I
up
really
and
trying to like
in
really throw people off.
Three-headed sentinel coming after
like just in tweak with the indies that I have on stash, you know. So I had to go with a popular one. But yeah, that's where I'm going at with that one. So people gotta pick their phase between the three that we just submitted, you know.
I like very much.
I like a lot. I really like. Yeah.
Everybody's nailing the theme tonight. You know, sometimes we take our creative interpretations to all kind of levels, but we're all kind of sticking to it tonight. It was pretty straightforward. It was pretty cut and dry for what we had to do tonight. Dave, you ready to round this out?
Yeah.
Let's do it. Capping off cover combat.
Final round, fight.
Starkhawk, man.
Oh,
It's pretty hard.
wow. Nice.
It's pretty hard.
That's like a real full on.
Rip your motherfucking cover up like with no regards.
That's like
That's a Mike
I don't
Tyson.
know. It's like that doesn't leave anything to like to choice here. It's like I don't know if he's interacting with the cover or not. It's like he's interacting with that title right there.
Exactly. There's no question. He he came strictly to break the title up. He was like, you know, fuck the comic book.
Supercharged up.
Broke that thing in half like a graham cracker.
Love it. That is exactly what we were going for tonight. We all hit it on the nail. Chat room. Your decision is rough. Oh shit. You know what? I don't think we did it for round 2. So let's go ahead and do it for round 2 right quick. Show up your round 2 books. Show your round 2 books right quick. And then we'll show our round 3s. That was round 2 right there. Because I don't think we got a final decision on that. With the Beta Ray Bill, Spider-Man, the Moon Knight, Punisher.
That's your round 3. That's not your round 2.
Oh, I'm fucking bugging. Sorry, this is my round 2.
Stop trying to cheat.
I'm out of control.
Sorry.
Captain America was my round 2. All right, now let's show our round 3s. I'm gonna get it straight one of these hours tonight, ladies.
Oh man, okay. My round 3.
There we go.
There it is.
All right, now we're good. Oh man, what a night! What a bloody battle! We all hit the nail on the head. The coffin is shut tight. Cover combat is another one.
Man, you come right out of a comic book.
Okay.
The energy. I like the energy from the crowd, yo. I'm getting mad vibes. Give it up.
Big up to everybody, man. Mortal Biggie Shaq, Mary Machine Gun, Nat Queen Cole. Everybody, let us know what you thought about that. 3 goes for Vic for Mary Machine Gun. I bet D Strong has a very livid opinion. He's laughing his ass off in the chat room right now.
Final round went to Dave from
I wish D was in the room with us laughing his ass off right now. Final round goes to Dave from Nat Queen Cole.
I think she should be the official judge because she had me in first.
If you guys are cool with it, can we just even like drop Max in just to talk about the new book? Like,
I believe that too, man. She should, man. All right, I know we got a few wild cards, I'm sure, right?
I got one or two.
Oh, let's get to it because I got a few. I had definitely planned on one of these that I thought of in my head before, but I found doper shit and I decided to make this a wild card ASM. I mean, yeah, Peter Parker Spectacular Spider-Man number 72.
Nice.
Definitely
That's an
a
old school
title
one
breaker.
too, huh?
Like a
You
classic.
don't see too many old school ones like that.
Yeah. Definitely a title breaker right there. And I like the little 3D effect they made
That
to
was
it.
really actually amazing right there, especially at that time that it was made.
Absolutely. Another wild card.
I
Amazing
would have
Spider-Man.
put that first. Like,
This
not?
one not only broke up the title, but the fucking company branding at the top too.
Yeah.
that first
Fat
one
cat.
was lethal.
Stilt Man, one of the most slept on Spidey enemies.
Didn't they kind of hit it at him in Daredevil, didn't they?
Yeah. He came back in an attack with some old big force that went into Hell's Kitchen. He got fucked up pretty bad too. And of course, I had to have one She-Hulk in there.
Yeah, when she got knocked out by Thanos and came back, savage.
I was looking for issue 3 in this series where she's actually like reaching up and pulling down the K or some shit like that.
I love the artwork from that series though. Like she was badass. That's when she had the scars still from Thanos whipping her ass. Like that shit was crazy.
Yeah.
She would like black out and just bug out and be like Savage Hulk again in a female form.
So there goes my wild cards. Let's take a look at what you had to offer for the wild cards, Vic.
Real short and simple. So I had a Daredevil one where he had to go back to the hand and the whole, like if you watch the Netflix series. What happened was Blind Spot had got his eyes taken out by a new villain. If y'all was following the series, y'all would know what I'm talking about. I want to keep spoiling shit. Like Racy be like, yo, Vic, you keep spoiling shit. So, there was a villain that Blind Spot, his apprentice, was put in a position. So Daredevil went to look for him, and this is what he ended up in. So that's what the title you get when you get that comic book issue. It's a little distorted. So come on. There's an indie title. I can't say too much about this one, but it's really fucked up.
Dope.
Nice.
So we get thrown off with indie titles because we don't know the history of much of these, you know. But I've seen the other issues, and they definitely did a thing, and it fit the description of the cover combat.
Absolutely.
And I don't need to go into that one. Me and C already had that same comparison.
You have to pull the audible on that one.
Yeah, that's like inevitable because that was an awesome one. And then you got this one where the spelling got thrown off because of people's mind game shit, you know. So that's what I had for wild cards.
Super Dave.
I got 3. So Incredible Hulk, I had another one.
Oh shit.
Hitting that shit hard. Exiles, of course. This is kind of cool. He's like pulling his hand back and hitting it.
Oh man.
And then this X-Men one was real cool. It's kind of like Iceman, and he's melting into the X-Men logo.
That's crazy.
So yeah,
they had to envision that before they even picked the pin up. That was crazy. Man. Those wild cards, like D Strong said right there, I might have held back a couple winners in there with the wild cards. But you never know, man. You know, you never know what people decision. Like. Exactly. The stuff you like, some of this stuff might, ring a bell when you bought it. You never know. There's all kind of different factors that go into why we make the choices we make.
And sometimes it's kind of like a toss-up between one and another. It's like, yeah, I know this one's good, and this other one's good, and
exactly. I actually had 8 covers tonight. I had a couple of mine even pull up from the stacks, but it gets like that sometimes. Sometimes we scratch for 1 or 2 and then pull out a third. Like, I hope this works. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's kind of
You
cool
never
about
know
this.
what you
Like,
get when you dig in those bins. You never know what happens, and when you find out, you be like, "Oh shit, I forgot about this one."
Word.
It happens like that.
And don't forget, the whole idea of Cover Combat comes from the chat room. Stems from ideas that guys like y'all, gals like y'all present to us. So please let us know if you have some future ideas for Cover Combat themes. Also, let us know if you might actually have some ideas for future segments on the Comic Trap House. We take all that shit into consideration because this is a show created by us for y'all, and we thrive off of all y'all subscribing and checking us out every week, as well as these books that come out. Just want to make it more comfortable for the average motherfucker to feel good about reading this shit, because a lot of people out there love comics way beyond just this movie bullshit. But sometimes in our culture it's a little taboo for you to bring that out into the public, that type of love. We make this comfortable for you to go out there and say, you know what, fuck you, I do love reading comic books, and you can suck my ass. Comic Book Trap House, we'll be back next week. We love y'all. Till then, stay corona free, stay bullshit free, and keep yourself alive, man. We love y'all.